Well, it's a final. The Skyview Bobcats, back-to-back shutouts with the exact same score. They defeated Bear River last week 35-0. They get the Providence Hall Patriots tonight, and they defeat them 35-0. And basically, Rex, that was with the JV in pretty much from the second quarter on.
Yeah, some JV, but mostly a sophomore squad out there.
That's true.
I'm really surprised how many sophomores are on this team, and they just got a lot of experience at a varsity level football game, and they got a little experience last week against Bear River too, and that's great. Anytime you can get varsity experience for your younger underclassmen, that comes into play because you end up getting kids like that a little bit of time. It ends up being an injury. The kids it's not going to be as big of a moment for them if they have to step up if needed, and now come playoff time if needed.
Well, the thing about it is, coming into this game, we knew that Skyview would get a running clock. Yeah. We knew that Skyview was going to just walk all over Providence Hall.
Right.
So the one thing we wanted is to make sure that nobody got injured, and Skyview got their starters in enough to get them a sweat, but then they didn't get any injuries, and that's the biggest thing out of this game, I think, is that you got a lot of playing time for underclassmen,
right? And
you didn't have any injuries headed into the playoffs.
Exactly, yeah, and we did see a couple kids not even dress. Truman Moser didn't even dress tonight, as well as 53 Hunter Larson. I think if those kids had anything going on, you definitely want them to take their time, get feeling better, because they are going to have a week off next week too, but then playoff time's here, and it's time to get going with that. So good win tonight. They did what we thought they would. It took them a little longer to get to 35 than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But credit Providence Hall for playing tough all night. I mean, they're I don't know if understaffed is the right word, but they don't have that many kids on the team to begin with, and then they start dealing with the injury bug. And we did have a scene tonight where one of the Providence Hall players had to be carted off. We hope that young man's okay. He did give us a fist pump on his way out, so we're hoping everything's all right there. But yeah, I mean, this is a good win for Skyview, and they gotta feel good about themselves going into playoff time.
Well, we expect the Skyview Bobcats to have a bye next week. The final RPI rankings that determine the brackets and everything will come out Saturday morning at 9 a.m. That's the first release, and that will be on the High School Athletics Association webpage. You can find it there. I'll tweet it out Saturday morning. Hurricane, if you're on Twitter. I mean, I don't know
which
that many, which you're not, but a lot. I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of people that are Rex that follow me. I'm positive.
Tens of thousands
followers. Yeah. So if you follow me on Twitter, I'll have it on Facebook as well. But we'll give those announcements. Skyview, either way, Skyview I think will have a bye. They'll be in the top 10, and the top 10 RPI teams will have a bye in the first round. So that means that they won't play next Friday. They'll play in the second round the Friday after that, and it should be an afternoon game around 3 or 4. That's usually what Skyview likes to do, and they will be down here with a home game. And of course, the old gristmill bread and butter play of the game is going to be Mason Falsliff's pick 6 that he had in the first quarter with around 9 minutes to go. He had a pick 6 from about 45 yards out, turned on the afterburners, and gave the Skyview Bobcats a 21-0 lead. And Old Gristmill is a sponsor of that. So if you listen to the Full Court Press on 1390 AM and 106.9 FM, The Fan, tomorrow from 4 to 6, listen to Eric Franson on the Full Court Press and Ajay Salveson when they ask for the bread and butter play of the game. You be the caller that can identify that. Call in and you can win 4 loaves of bread from the Old Gristmill. As the Skyview Bobcats are at midfield and the students are out there and they are singing the school song, we're here in the postgame. Skyview with the 35-0 win tonight over Providence Hall. We'll take a 3-minute break here on the postgame show, and when we come back, we hope to be talking to Coach Hal and a player. That's all coming up next here on The Fan.
Great Basin Graphics wants your holiday hoodies, jackets, duffels, blankets, coats, beanies, and more to stand out. More than that, Great Basin Graphics wants to make you look. If you're creating the perfect holiday gift for business, family, or any type of organization, make sure you make people look for the right reasons. Google search Great Basin Graphics today and let them begin designing all your holiday gift ideas. Anything is possible. If you can think of it, Great Basin Graphics can design it and put it on the perfect gift. It's all about making you look. Google search Great Basin Graphics for more information. Great Basin Graphics made you look.
Great Basin Graphics, we made you look, made you look.
The Skyview Bobcat Booster Club would like to invite you to join them in supporting Skyview High School athletics by becoming a Skyview Bobcat Booster Club partner and sponsor. Thanks to J-Rock Concrete, Lee's Marketplace, Logan Oral Surgery, Dr. Michael L. Clegg, and Sports Academy and Racket Club for being Skyview Bobcat Booster Club sponsors. To become a partner, email svboosters@gmail.com. That's svboosters@gmail.com. Go Bobcats!
It came sooner than you expected. You were basking in the warmth of summer when suddenly...
Kids were going back to school, temperatures dropped, gutters needed cleaning, cars needed winterizing, furnace filters needed changing, we needed fall clothes, insulation for the home, prep the yard and garden for the winter.
One person couldn't do it all.
So I shopped locally. Why, right here in this area, there are clothing stores, service people to come help with everything that needs to be done around the house, HVAC companies, automobile service centers.
One community with everything she needed.
And every dollar I spend cycles back into this community 7 times.
When the temperature dropped, she was ready.
Yep, and I did it all right here. That's a nice feeling.
The Cache Valley Media Group encourages everyone to support our local businesses. Would you like your dollars to go further? Instead of buying from an online mega retailer, shop here in Cache Valley, where every dollar you spend locally returns more right to the heart of our community. Put your money where your heart is and shop Cache Valley. Learn more at CacheValleyMediaGroup.com.
35-0's the final here at Skyview High School, and we're joined here on the post-game show with Brigham Lewis. And Brigham, congratulations on. Let's talk about the region title last week. Congratulations on winning region again.
Thank you.
I mean, what an awesome opportunity for you guys. You guys are seniors. You never lost. I mean, how good did that feel?
It feels really good to just come out and ball every day with the bros. So.
Well, you play both sides of the ball. I mean, what is it like to get yourself in condition? I mean, you're playing corner, you're playing wide receiver. What's that like?
It's tough in the off season just to get ready, but then once you're in the season, it's all good.
So talk about the game tonight. You guys, you didn't get a lot of playing time tonight because you guys jumped on these guys early. It was a team that didn't have a lot of success this season. So what was the mindset coming into a game like this tonight?
We just came out real hard and let the younger guys take over after that.
Okay, you guys are going to finish in the top 10 of the RPI, so you're going to get a bye next week for the playoffs, and then you'll have another week. So what as yourself, like, what do you focus on in that week and a half before you're back on the football field?
We just got to execute on offense and defense, both.
Okay. Brigham, terrific season for you so far. I mean, you guys aren't done yet, though. So you just talk about like the consistency that you guys want. How do you take that leadership role in getting some of the younger guys to be ready and focus for those games going forward?
We just come every week and just get 1-0 every week. That's our main goal every week.
All right. Well, Brigham, we appreciate you coming up here after the big victory. Who would you like to give a shout-out to?
I want to give a shout-out to my dad on the road and my nan and papa on the road as well.
All right. Well, congratulations, and thanks for spending some time up here with us.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to Mason Falsloff. And Mason, I just got to say, I didn't know you were that fast on that pick six. Like, you kicked it into gear. I'm pretty sure that there was a vapor trail when you started running back. I mean, what did you see on that play? Talk us through that play when you saw the ball in the air.
Well, our corner didn't quite get to the outside wide receiver there, so I just kind of got a lot of depth, and the quarterback just kind of threw it up, and just instincts took over, and I just got it and ran.
Well, we'll talk about your journey this season. I mean, you started at quarterback. You had an unfortunate injury early on, and you missed one of the
bigger games for your squad. I know that you wanted, of all the games that you didn't want to miss, that Green Canyon game, but your guys stepped up. I mean, what was that like going into that game, and how you looked forward to the rest of the season, because you came back and Carlson's been playing so good?
I mean, it's been awesome. You know, they've just kind of put me around everywhere, and especially, you know, in that Green Canyon game, like, you know, it was just awesome to see those guys ball out, and it was just awesome for Kaysen to really step up in that opportunity. It was awesome. And then to just go throughout this game and just, you know, do whatever they want me to do, just to make the team as best we can.
Mason, you've taken on a lot of different roles. What, just out of curiosity, what's your favorite position? Do you like the safety? Do you like wide receiver? Do you miss quarterback? Or do you just do what Coach tells you?
You know, I do whatever Coach tells me. Whatever they want me to do, I'll do. I'll do my best at it.
Okay, how about this one then? Interception for a touchdown or a receiving touchdown?
That's got to be pick six.
Pick six.
I've done that in a while.
All right. That was just, I had to know which feels better.
Well, Mason, you guys have had a great season, and just like Brigham, like what is it like to have never lost a region game? I mean, what was that like to win another region championship? And you guys just haven't lost to anyone the last 3 years.
You know, it's really special, you know, like, because you grow up with kind of those same age kids, like every year, like you play them in Little League and all the way through, and just never lose to them, and just kind of know that, like, you guys are kind of better, like the better school. It's just awesome.
Well, Mason, before we let you go, I just got to ask you, like, you guys exited the playoffs a little sooner than you wanted last year. How do you guys overcome that going into the playoffs? What's the mindset like? What is your leadership as a senior to the rest of the squad so that something like that doesn't happen again?
You know, it's my last year, and you know, I couldn't do much about last year. You know, I got injured, but you know, this year, just kind of the same mindset, but just give it everything you got, and you know, leave it all out on the field. And we have depth this year, and like I think most of our positions, so it should be good. I'm excited.
All right, well, Mason, I know you could beat me in a 40, but I never saw anyone run faster than that on that pace. But anyways, who do you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my mom and dad. Love you guys.
All right, thanks, Mason. Good to see you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll give the mic over again. If you're just joining us, Skyview with the victory, 35-0. And Coach, like Rex and I talked about, everything that you wanted to accomplish in this game is, we knew that Providence Hall is a team that's down. First-year program. You didn't have any injuries. That was the good thing. So, I mean, did everything go the way that you kind of foresaw it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I felt like we ended up subbing down a little earlier than I thought we were going to. I wanted to really play our starters through the first quarter, but the defensive score, the block punt, all those things set up 3 really fast scores. And so at that point, you know, it was about both teams staying healthy, I felt like. Our defense, if you watch the 10 plays or so that our starters were in, they were playing fast and they were playing physical. And I wanted to see them come out and play that way. And so I was proud of that. But after that, we'd accomplished what we needed to. So we wanted to get a couple good drives on offense. And once we got that, then we subbed down there as well. I was proud of the way our young kids came in and played, both offensively and defensively. We moved the ball around. We backed off the pedal, the gas pedal a little bit offensively. You know, we wanted to make sure we were being respectful to them and the situation they're in. But I thought our JV defensive kids played really well as well.
Well, Coach, that was my next question. I thought that your defense stepped up big time in the JV. I mean, because they got down here inside the 10. You guys caused a fumble. You caused another one here at the end where they could have started moving the ball. But your defense caused 5 turnovers tonight. Well, we added the block punt, but you got 5 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, and that's something that we've thrived off of all year. We preach turnovers. We work hard on turnovers every single week. That's a big part of what we do. We talked to because we were, and I guess this is to be expected a little bit, but when we put our JV kids in, we weren't playing as well as we could have early in the game, and we challenged them at halftime to live up to the standard. They both our sophomores and our JV kids played a game yesterday, so they kind of had their game, and our varsity kids kind of got out of the way and allowed them to play the rest of this game just based off of how the game started. And so our older guys deserved the younger guys to live up to the standard that they had set, and so I felt like they came out and did a pretty good job of that, especially in the second half.
Yeah, and Coach, that comes from the top. That starts with you. That starts with your seniors, your leaders, and everything. Talking about the JV defense, Easton Howell, big interception down here by the end zone. What is your relation to Easton Howell? Is he a relative?
He's my son,
that's
actually,
your boy.
and he's got his mother's athletic genes, and that's why that play happened right there. I would have dropped it. She catches that every time.
He climbed that ladder and high.
That's all about the genes his mother's passed on to him. Yeah. Easton. Easton's my son. He's a junior. He's had a really good JV season. He actually played quarterback yesterday for the sophomores and had a pretty good game. So he's had a good week. He's pretty jacked right now.
Awesome. That feels good then from the sideline. I mean, a lot better than maybe some of the other things, right?
Yeah, for sure. And he would be the first to tell you, as would the rest of the team, that I'm super hard on him, and life's not always easy from that position, and it's fun to watch him be successful in that situation.
Well, that's great, and it's great to have Grandpa down there on the sideline to see that too. So
yeah.
But anyway, Coach, before we let you go, one last thing. I mean, now everything's out of the way. The regular season's done. You more than likely will get a bye in the first round. We're pretty sure of that. So you've got an extra week before you even get on the field. As a team looking forward to the playoffs, you've got 2 weeks to prepare as coaches. What do you do that first week or so before you know who you're going to play?
Well, last Sunday, we had our longest offensive meeting we've had all year, where we sat down and we examined the stuff that we need to be good at in the playoffs that we're not great at right now. And we're going to focus on those things. And then defensively, kind of same thing. We're going to look at some stuff that we have to be good at in the playoffs, things that we can't make mistakes doing. We need to solidify in our nickel package some of our pressure stuff. So we'll work really hard on that stuff this week. We'll continue to get healthy. We'll continue to lift them really hard and get strong. Continue to get stronger in the weight room. We're going to push them really hard this week. And then we'll have an idea by Sunday kind of who opponents might be for that first week. And we'll throw a little game plan stuff at them every day as well.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, and I'm glad that you're dry this post game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was not fun. But I just one last thing. I want to give a big shout out to our seniors. They have done such a great job this year leading our team, helping us to be successful, helping us to live up to the standard, and I'm really proud of those guys and thankful for the way that they've embraced the new staff and all those things and love those boys and want nothing but the best for them.
Well, again, we appreciate your time always, and we'll see you in a couple weeks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Again, the Bobcats get the victory, 35-0, and so they'll head into the playoffs. We'll have a bye there. And then they'll have a bye next week, but they'll be back home to host the second round here at Skyview High School, and we'll keep you posted on that. Again, the final rankings and the brackets come out Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So, Rex, any final thoughts before we head out tonight?
No, just to kind of echo what Coach Howell had to say. I'm impressed by the senior class as well. I'm impressed by the way the JV came out here, held up the standard of Skyview football, pitching a shutout out there. Got to give a shout out to Reed Wild. He's going to be our player of the game. Reed is one of those kids that I felt like during the course of the season he hasn't had a ton of time, but every time I see that kid go in there, he's making a tackle. So, and tonight he got to play almost the whole game, offensively and defensively, and he made it count. So nice job out there by Reed Wild, our player of the game. Don't forget our old gristmill bread and butter play of the game is Mason Falslev's pick 6. You call in tomorrow with Eric Franson, and he'll let you cash in on 4 loaves of bread for that.
So, again, we want to thank Diana Young, our producer, and I hope she has a great birthday. Happy birthday to her. We appreciate all that she does to keep us on the air for Skyview Athletics. So, for Rex Davis, for Diana Young, for Mason Falslev, Brigham Lewis, and for Coach Hal, we thank you for listening. I'm John Newbold. Have a great weekend, everybody. And, again, the Skyview Bobcats victorious go to 9-1 on the season with the 35-0 victory over Providence Hall. Have a good night, everybody.